Hey everyone, I am Sagan,
And I'm the Tesla.
and we are.
Oh! Shit! I see bad.
We really put the poopy in spooky.
That sounded insane.
Shocktober. As we go.
Sweet Jesus God.
Hey everyone, it's Sagan from Scientists Say, and welcome to today's Shocktober video. So, yeah, it's Saturday, and we'll do something a little different. I felt like, And Then There Were None was kind of dragging a little bit. Like, I'm enjoying playing it, but I feel like it takes an hour for anything interesting to happen. So I'm maybe to say that it's a rainy day game for me to play myself. I thought I'd do something different for today. And I remember that I had this on my bookshelf over here. It's called Hell, a Cyberpunk thriller. Now, I've never played this game. In fact, I did not own this game until recently. It was given to me by my father. And if I remember right, he said he got it from my grandfather's effects after his funeral. It was something he found in the house and, took it, and he checked it out and then gave it on to me. And it's just been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years, and I thought, well, this sounds like something fitting for Shocktober. So I'm actually going to restart this because it is, besides having kind of a looping bit of music here on the menu, the entire setup for the game is in the opening cinematic, which does not occur when you run the game, or when you start a new game. But I feel like because this game came out in '95 when DOS was still prevalent, I have to read you what's in the manual for this to make any sense. Entering Hell, a cyberpunk thriller, Washington, D.C., 2095. Hell occurs 100 years in the future, and Washington, D.C. is no longer just the nation's capital. It is also the place where Hell meets Earth. In the midnight hours, lurking amidst the bone-white monuments, Hell spawns stalk the streets, looking for sinners to drag back to Hades. The United States is ruled by a political party, the Hand of God, and its leader, the imperious Solene Solux. Swept to power by a populace overwhelmed by violence, the sweeping control of new technologies and rampant immorality, the androgynous Solux has lived up to his/her awesome campaign promise to sit in judgment of sinners and condemn offenders to hell. Solux' substitute Bible, the Sententia, has practically replaced the Constitution, and the government has become a repressive regime. New computer technologies, the exploration of cyberspace and artificial intelligence robots, medical health enhancers such as body morphing surgery and birthing assistance units, even developments in cyber entertainment have all been outlawed. Some of these decisions were rooted in popular demand. The interactive ActiDeck virtual reality home entertainment system, for example, horrified the populace when it was discovered that the device had gradually altered users' genetic codes and led to a strain of humans with frightening psionic capabilities. But the Hand also outlawed free speech, books, rival political parties, alcohol and drugs, gambling, and a host of other freedoms. The crackdown on liberties has bred widespread discontent. Hiding in the back alleys and the speakeasies of this urban dystopia, underground rebel cells have formed, including the Citizens Freedom Front, led by former U.S. Senator Aaron Burr. And that's spelled E-R-I-N, not A-R-O-N, but it is B-U-R-R for the last name, so perhaps a descendant of the original Aaron Burr. But opposition is fledgling, since people live in constant fear of being condemned to hell's dark fires. The streets of D.C. are littered with walking dead who have been there and back, and can testify to the terrifying nature of the place. If they're able to talk at all, that is. Demons prowl the streets by adding to the terror, monsters that resemble humans, horned beasts with pointed tails, and other creatures sprung from fallen angels. You play the game as either Gideon Ashanti or Rachel Brack. Regardless of which character you choose, both will appear together throughout the game. For Rachel Brack and Gideon Ashanti, the brutal truth about the Hand of God comes in the form of a kicked-in door and singing bullets. Gideon and Rachel are field agents for the Artificial Reality Containment, ARC, a division of the Hand's police apparatus. As ARC agents, they are responsible for gathering information on illegal technologies. While they aren't armed police officers, officers, they aren't exactly civil servants. When the hand of God betrays them, they begin their journey through the streets of Washington, a veering, bone-jarring scramble to learn why they've been targeted by the government they once served. Your challenge is to learn why the hand wants Gideon and Rachel dead. Can you solve the mystery before Gideon and Rachel feel the flames of hell? Okay, that is... I'm not going to read through the rest of the manual. That is the primer on what the story is here, because, like I said, just to test this out, I started the game, and you're right in the action. Like, there is no context here. So it's all from what's in the manual and what is in this opening cinematic. So sit back and enjoy some 90s FMV or pre-rendered cinematic goodness. Appreciate the Hell take on the old Take-Two logo. Yes, the Dennis Hopper. Yes, the Grace Jones. Somebody tried this for Rock Band already. Guess I should be glad there aren't enough pixels to render a fully fledged dick there, or I'd have to do some censoring. Also, I'm going to apologize for like the constant tone that's going on during this. I know that's really annoying, but I don't know if that's emulation on DOSBox's part or what, but yeah, it sucks. But it's only a few more seconds.
Vocabulum aetheris, ominous venire obgenitor.
My God, it was a terrifying dream. You had it too?
Yes, the same one. The descent into hell.
I need a stiff drink after that nightmare.
Judo chop.
There'll be more. Let's get out of here.
Okay, so with that, they run off into the night, and we start the game, and apparently we pick up from wherever they end up. So here we go. Oh, I get to choose which character I'll play as. I guess I'll play as Gideon.
You're going to hell.
Okay, so it is straight up point and click.
At least you're out of your underwear. You're lucky the hand didn't pick you up on indecency charges.
We'll be fine as long as we don't cross the people at the laundromat who own these clothes.
So what's the flowchart?
Let's start with what we know. A scrub team tries to nuke us in the middle of the night, only we got lucky and stuffed them. The question, of course, is what have we done to earn midnight execution?
Damn it, we're ARC employees. We enforce the laws. We believe in what the Hand's doing, even though they step over the line sometimes.
Maybe they nailed you for being soft on rogue techs like me. Any other ARC agents would have pulled my plug by now.
That wouldn't get us cleaned. Maybe a rebuke, but we could have told them you were a singer with data on other hackers. A few months ago, we tagged some would-be deck jocks who were programming an illegal C-space. Let a couple of kids skip, maybe give them a second chance. But again, they wouldn't scrub us over something like that.
I know the two of you are straight lines, but even you can't believe that transgressions only punishes the wicked. This is a tyranny, man. A government with supreme power.
Clearly, the first move is to learn what the Hand has, or thinks it has, on us.
If it were me, my first move would be to a 787 heading to Africa. The coastal African republics have become a high-tech free zone of sorts. A little rough, but the Hand don't reach that far yet.
No way. We aren't running.
She's right, Dante. We've spent our lives enforcing this government's laws. I won't end it all as a fugitive. We're getting some answers even if we have to go to Celine Solix to get them.
Where do we start? Do you think we can trust Frank Jersey?
Of course we can.
Who's Jersey?
He's an ARC captain, our superior. I've never known him to act on political motives, just the opposite. He's taken great risks defending people from corrupt busts. Lives in Georgetown. He would have the official email on our scrub.
Nick Cannon. He's jacked into the Voice of God newsnets almost constantly. He's one of the few people who get the news before it's run through the Decency Council's censors. Fortunately, he owes us for overlooking some information theft.
Don't you two arrest anybody?
We figured he was a good person to have our hooks into. Looks like we were right.
You two'd have to stroll right into Voice of God headquarters on the mall. It's too risky.
Nah, Voice is usually low security, and we don't plan on using the front door. So that's it. Cannon and Jersey. Not much. I wouldn't trust anyone else not to turn us in.
I might be able to fill your need. I know someone with links to the front. I don't know how desperate you are or whether you have any faith left in the system, but you may want to see what the other side has to offer.
It's funny, almost. A week ago, we would have busted you for telling us that.
I won't mention him again, but if you're looking for new friends, his name's Aldous Xenon. You can find him in a bodega in Chinatown near Gallery Place. I'll pass your names to him. He's a little rough, not your usual type, but you can trust him.
We'll keep it in mind. We certainly need all the help we can get.
Don't deal me out. I owe you two for not feeding me to transgressions. You always have a hiding place here. Take that extra key over there. It's yours. I'll surf the underground network, see if anything's being rapped out about your case.
If you all don't mind, if it will let me, I'm going to turn the music off because it's getting a little obnoxious. Like, I don't normally have a problem with this kind of music, but I don't know if it's the emulation, but it sounds like it's skipping a lot to me, and that's just getting to be kind of, yeah. So, gonna turn the music off. Hopefully that doesn't kill too much of the vibe. Oh, save. There we go. Because we should still have sound. Okay. What is this?
That doesn't work.
Inventory. Key to Dante's apartment. Okay, so it's like a key card.
The electronic key to Dante's apartment.
I feel like it could have just said that in text. Okay. Cool. I examined it. Now I want out of here. Oh, apparently it's right click. Don't know where we're going yet. Guess I can't talk to him again. Okay. So I guess we gotta move on. Can't go to the Pentagon. Okay, that's where we are now, is Dante's apartment. Okay, so I guess we need to go to Chinatown. Hello, I want to go here. How do I do that? Okay, give me a moment to RTFM here, which I probably should have done in the first place. Okay, I'm back. So it turns out that I was misunderstanding how this map works. Again, helps to read the manual. You got to mouse over, and there has to be locations that you can go to that show up, and also the stop will flash if it's a place you can go. So I just hadn't looked at all the spots. In this case, this is where we want to go, and we want to go to Captain Jersey's kitchen. Alright, cheese dick. Talk to us.
Cappuccino, anyone? Maybe some tea with a hit of bourbon in it? You must be freezing after your jog about town in your underwear.
Yeah, we figured you'd have heard by now.
I saw it on the scrub team's playback footage. You two kicked some ass. I didn't know you had that in you.
Neither did we. Amazing what surprise and fear can do for your combat reflexes.
We know it's probably stupid to come here, Frank, but we need to talk to someone on the inside who we can trust. We know the Hand might be watching this place.
Screw the Hand. I'm an ARC captain. This is the last place they'd look for you. My standing orders are to scrub rogues like you. You know me. I always follow orders.
Why was a scrub team trying to burn us in our bed? Who gave the order, and what the hell for? We've done our duty for Hand and country. Is this our payback? We haven't done anything.
That's probably what most of the people you feed to the scrubs said.
Those people were sinners, Captain. They deserve what they got.
I forgot. You two are believers in the guiding Hand. You thought being narcs for reality containment was doing God's work. Still feel that way now?
There's got to be an explanation. There was some kind of mistake.
Don't play games with me, girl. The Hand has something on you. What have you done?
Is this interrogation 101, Frank? If our scrub went over the net, then you know what they're charging us with. That's why we're here. You tell us what we've done.
You want to keep me in the dark? Fine. Maybe you don't know why they want you. Maybe you do. Here's what I know. The official charges are crap. Come on! You mean this kind of stuff doesn't trickle down to grunts like you?
Educate us, Captain. Obviously, we need it.
The Hand's rule isn't exactly the rule of law. It's not what they charge you with, but the fact that they charge you at all. Officially, you're in violation of the Artificial Realities and Extranuminal Environments Design, Programming, and Transportation Act. You've been accused of dealing in pornographic virtuals involving human-demon coupling.
They said we're skin dealers? That's ludicrous. Look at my case history. I've burned whole libraries of pornographic books and virtuals. It's a frame job, Captain.
Shame.
Of course it's a frame job. You two are either guilty of something else, in which case I'll take you in myself, or you become politically unpalatable for some reason and they want to whack you for it.
So somebody in ARC wants us dead?
Someone in ARC, or Transgressions, or the Pentagon, and somebody with some connections, because they've linked you with Mr. Beautiful. They only do that when they're desperate to whack somebody. Beautiful is one of Transgression's dirtiest little secrets. Association with him is as good as a guilty verdict. They accuse someone of running in a narcotics or porn or illegal reality scheme, fabricate a link to Beautiful, haul his ass in, he signs a confession implicating the accused. Beautiful's freed on some technicality, and the accused gets scrubbed, or worse.
Let me guess. Beautiful's fingered us as accomplices in a virtual skin ring.
That's a good guess.
Where do we find this Assyrian scumbag?
He's got a hangout in the back room of a speakeasy called the Interface out in Foggy Bottom. Watch your step. Everybody in the place fancies themselves a badass, and most of them actually are.
Then we're finished. The two of us can't fight Transgressions.
Best you can try to do is avoid them. They'll try for you again, that's for sure. Still, there might be a way to make Transgressions work for you, if you've got the guts to try it.
I don't know about guts. Will desperation do?
Not everyone in Transgressions is a despot hiding behind holy robes. There are some men and women of integrity trying to make the system work. One of them's an acquaintance of mine, named Jean-Saint Mouchoir. He's a compulsive diarist, makes entries in a voice journal every day. He's a straight arrow, by-the-book guy, so you can't risk confronting him. You'll have to break into his office, and he has passwords on everything in the system. But if you can break those, you might tap into what he knows about your case. I know that's not much, but it's a start. His office is in Sin Central, the Transgressors complex right smack in the Federal Triangle. Scrubs were out in force that night, which suggests a sweep, which means one of two things. You're either really involved in something dirty, in which case I'll haul your asses in myself, or
You forgot that part.
is using one fabricated crime to wipe up a whole lot of undesirables. Question is, why are you two loyal ARC agents suddenly dirt?
Who were the other germs? Any pattern to the hits?
Only name that meant anything to me was Swivel O'Leary. He ran a speak called the Interface over in Foggy Bottom. Wild place. Mr. Beautiful hangs there. Transgressions had been tolerant to this point, but they finally got around to O'Leary. Well, who knows? Transgressions is shadowy in its accusations because it answers to nobody. Virtual porn's a popular setup. They get you for the sexy stuff, and for the VR. Not much I can tell you because I haven't worked that turf in decades. Pain in the ass, more than anything. Spend half your time busting horny kids and couples looking for a few new thrills.
But beautiful deals in this stuff?
That's not his usual game. Plenty of other demons for that. Stay in touch. Do what I can to watch your backs, but be careful. The hand's not finished with you two.
I like that I don't have to walk over to the table to pick it up. I can just put it in the inventory, whatever it is. Transgressor's office memo. Classified, level 4-1 clearance only. Night of Enforcement, Scrub List. Gideon Shanti, Rachel Brock, Arc. So yeah, we are on this scrub list. But why? Alright, well, let's move on. I don't have a lot more time to record this morning, and I feel like we've taken up quite a bit already. Well, Foggy Bottom's where we want to go, so... I guess we don't have a choice, but entrance to interface, whatever that means.
Yes, Imperator Solux.
Avert your eyes from your Imperator. You are not fit to look upon me, much less serve me.
That's Grace Jones.
That you allowed those corrupt arch-agents to escape the hand.
Well, we didn't expect anyone else to be in the apartment, so we...
You didn't expect? Did you plan? Did you think? Were you not entrusted with an important task? Could you have taken your head out of your ass long enough to point a gun at a couple of sleeping, small-time civil servants and pull the trigger?
Well, but I...
You disgust me. You with your muscles and your firepower, pistol-whipped like a coward. Do you realize that the only thing separating you from an ape is an opposable thumb? As for your balls, you obviously haven't been using them either. So they will be mine. Take him! Get him out of my sight!
Direct. Okay, yeah, so that's apparently the supreme, what did they call it? Let's see. Yes, the Imperator Solene Solux. But, yeah, they mentioned that she's supposed to be androgynous, so it makes perfect sense that Grace Jones is voicing her, and is probably modeled to look like her because, yeah, he, or she, excuse me, is, very much on that androgyny, thing.
What is it? I'll give you 3 guesses and a chance for the washer decking unit.
The password, numbskulls. You want in? You gotta give me it.
There's a password? You're kidding me.
Nah, you gotta be a member. Read this sign.
Well, I want to read the sign.
That ain't the password.
Oh. Century Enforced Security Administrative Member exclusively. So, it's Sesame.
Can't just read. Like the sign says, members exclusively. No password, no entry. Now, beat it.
Open sesame. Okay then. I didn't expect that. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music back on just briefly because... Oh wait, cutscene.
Well, 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 and who's the next victim?
I beg your pardon?
So, this is what you look like now. Wow, they did a nice job. You look great.
Why, Mr. Ashanti, my little heart would be all aflutter, if I had one.
Rachel, honey, allow me to introduce Cinna Stone. She's, an old friend of mine.
Oh, really?
No, I just mean we go way back,
Yeah, we used to go way back, behind the barn, didn't we, Gideon? Hey, Gid, remember the days when I used to see through you? I love you, baby. I'll always love you.
Cut it out, Cinna. This is Rachel.
Not the Rachel. Well, what do you know? Walks on 2 legs and everything.
Wait a minute. Gideon, you never mentioned that you two were...
Involved, friendly, acquainted, pals, buddies, amigos. Familiar with the beast with 2 backs. Just good friends who scream in the night. Rock around the clock. What do you know? Here come the daylight kind of friends.
Right. He never mentioned that.
So, Cinna, how's things by you?
Oh, just fine, thank you for asking. I found that after you, electronics is the next best thing. Of course, it's not like I have any choice in the matter now.
I was really sorry when I heard, Cinna.
I know. I got your cards. The flowers, or rather, the flower. What is that supposed to be, dashing or something? A man sends you a single rose?
That wasn't a white rose by any chance.
White as snow. You on the mailing list?
One of many, apparently.
Rachel, the woman was dead.
Oh.
I mean, not dead.
Somebody's not getting laid tonight.
It's all right, Gideon. I was dead. Still am, as a matter of fact, in the quaint, traditional sense of the word. I'm not more than a picture in a scrapbook.
I just don't get this stuff. It's you. You're thinking, talking, still seem to have a little feeling, but...
It's not her feeling I was wondering about.
Relax, Rachel. Gideon always preferred his women to have some substance. Didn't you, Lamb Chop? He liked them live, too.
So how did they do this?
Did most of this myself, actually. You work with the kind of ordnance I work with? You always figure on slipping someday. Especially when the tech updates itself every 5 minutes. I developed this droid I'd been tinkering with for years. And every now and then, I downloaded as much of my own playful, sweet self as I could into data. My personality, memories, you name it. Everything. That's me onto a couple of compact discs. I didn't bother to keep up the holographic file, so you'll notice I'm a bit younger than the last time you saw me. The last picture of me was from a cousin's wedding. I remember wishing I'd brought some plastic explosives with me. The band played Satisfaction once too often.
Do you remember what happened? I'm sorry, you probably would rather not.
Nah, it's all right. I don't remember a thing. I only remember up to my last downloading, which was about a week before what my doctors like to call the unfortunate incident. I remember taking the assignment, though. It was with an old friend from the Georgetown Revo days. You know, an old friend I was seeing in a new kind of light. He was a pretty damn good B&E man, though. But as far as demolitions go, he didn't know shit from Shinola. So, I thought I'd help out and see what it would be like to work together. The job called for us to use proto-glycerin caps. Nitro in gel form. Highly unstable stuff. Not for use at home. Next thing I know, I'm coming out of surgery, and there's no there.
You think your partner screwed up?
Couldn't say. He didn't make it. He always was kind of fumble-fingered when it counted, though. I guess it just goes to show you, never mix love and explosives.
Sorry about your friend.
Don't be. I'm a holograph. Go ahead, pinch me.
Who was in on the operation? What was your target?
Oh, no, you don't, Arkhead. You know I would never give up names.
Well, I'm not exactly with the firm any longer.
I heard. They finally wised up to the fact that you weren't really a fascist at heart and put a hit out on you. But I figure, knowing you, that it hasn't sunk in yet. You probably figure it's some bureaucratic snafu you can still clear up. And to be honest, it's an old habit that's gonna die even harder than I did, knowing better than to talk about the Revo side of things. I mean, remember how much trouble you had kissing in public? Even after we've been going out ages, it made you uncomfortable?
Was he like that with you, too? I thought it was me.
Nah, he's got his prudish side. And does he still leave wet towels all over the place?
Oh, wait a minute. I think we're getting off the...
This is every guy's worst nightmare, is exes getting friendly with each other.
Gideon? That's something I'd like to see.
Great. Why don't you come
His
with
current
me?
SO and his
Of course, with my expertise,
previous SO.
explosives, I'm likely to blow you up again.
No problem. That's the great thing about being dead. You don't sweat the little things.
Great. I have a feeling that with you along, we'll really be able to give the Hand a run for their money.
Yeah, well, you know my motto. If you can't figure it out, blow it up. By the way, Rachel, I was just kidding earlier. I mean, I knew it was over between Gid and me the first time I heard him mention your name.
Really? The first time? Why, Gideon.
Judas Priest. Is it me, or did the road just get longer? Okay, ladies. Beautiful must be behind that door at the rear of the bar. First thing we should do is confront that demon. Once we've done that, we can consider these other leads we've collected. Let's see. Dante told us about Aldous Xenon of the CFF. We should go there soon. There's Nick Cannon at Voice of God near the mall, and Dr. Clean at McPherson Square. Jersey tipped us to Mouchoir's computer in the Transgressions office near Federal Triangle, and he also mentioned a demon hunter named Dean Sterling. Maybe Mouchoir's got something on Sterling. Of course, if we really get desperate, we can drop in on our old friends Pap and Anime at their comic shop near Gallery Place. Not far from that Xenon fellow. A long road indeed. On to beautiful, ladies.
Ladies. Okay, so Senna Stone is now in our party. Interesting, weird mix of like pre-rendered primitive models and then live-action FMV in the case of Senna. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm looking at the clock. I'm out of time to record for today, so this is kind of just going to be an open for this one, which means I'll have to try and do one more of these before Shocktober is out. Might fit it in next Friday. Actually, that's probably a good time for it. My recording time is going to be limited, so I'm very carefully trying to plan out the next week. There will be a Halloween party at the Teslas this year, so we're planning on doing a full regular finale. It'll probably just be a small crowd, but yeah, we are looking to do a regular finale. So, I mean, we are leading up to a finale. I'm going to be doing probably some more Resident Evil. Might get some more Saw in. I'd like to finish Saw, but I have no idea how much more in that game there is. So, I've got content for the next week, and then we'll get into the weekend and ramp things up a bit toward the end like we always do. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed this interesting look at this game. There was a lot of talking, not a lot of action. Sorry about that. That was what I was trying to avoid with, and then there were none, but I genuinely had no idea what to expect going into this. I feel like I'd be getting into more puzzles as we continue on from here. I wish I had a little more time to record today. So I will try to record some more of this tomorrow so that maybe we've got it for Sunday if we need a video there, or maybe in the middle of the week. We'll see. Anyway, I'm rambling. Gonna wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Shocktober. Until next time, you stay classy, Internet.